Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at starting up a Zoom account and scheduling a Zoom meeting for your blended or online class. So let's go ahead and look at the desktop. Currently we are on the Zoom website. Alright, so here we are on the Zoom website at zoom.com. Everybody should be familiar with the application. The first thing you'll need to do is establish an account. And there would usually be a button up here. I currently have an account, but if I did not, this would say establish your account or build account. You'll click on this button, you fill in your information, and basically what it will do is ask you to respond to an email, and at that point then you'll have an account set up and you'll be ready to download the application and host meetings. So that would be the next step, would be to download the application. Once you've established your account, the next thing that you'll need to do is download the Zoom application. It's possible to use the web-based or the web app in order to schedule meetings, but it's for your purposes, for holding meetings, you're going to need the desktop app. So what you want to do is go to zoom.us/download, and then that $OS equals Windows, basically if you'll put that in there, it will take you to specifically the app for Windows. So go ahead and go to this address, zoom.us/download $OS equal WIN. It'll take you to this page, and what you want to do is download the 64-bit system. Pretty much no one uses 32-bit anymore, and pretty much nobody has an ARM64. If you have either of those two things, you'll already know. So go ahead and click on the download 64-bit. Once you've done that, it will download into your downloads folder. It'll say Zoom Installer Full. And at that point, then you can install, basically double-click on the app and select yes, next, or continue until the app is finished. Once you've done that, you'll have a desktop icon. Double-click that icon and you will end up with the Zoom workplace, and at that point then you can start scheduling meetings. Okay, once you have the app installed, then we're going to click on Schedule a Meeting. And so click the button, Schedule a Meeting. You can give it any title. I would suggest giving it the name of your class. Let's say Computer Maintenance. And then the date, 2/21/2025. The time that you want to schedule for is the day of the class. Make sure that you share this information. And the class goes from 6 to 9. Okay, so once you've got it scheduled, go ahead and select Repeat Never, unless this is a class that, well, I would say select Repeat Never and just build it anew every time, because you never know. Attendees, you're going to put in email addresses for the people that you want to invite to the class. You will need to invite everybody. This is one of the drawbacks of Zoom, is you have to invite everybody individually, and that's kind of an irritation. But so what you would do is use their Grayson email addresses. And they will be included. If you're using when you build your account, you need to use your Grayson information, and that will let Grayson connect with Zoom, and you will be able to pull directly from the email list when you're creating a Zoom account. So the students should all be there. So once you've added the people that you want, you've got all your attendees, then Make sure this meeting type says Zoom meeting, not a phone call, because you want the video component. I'm going to say go ahead and automatically start AI Companion. It's a very convenient way to make meeting summaries and kind of give yourself an idea of how the class went. If you're doing, since most of these will be specifically online classes, you don't need necessarily to add a location, but you could if you wanted to. If this were a blended class and some people were on Zoom and some people were in person, you could add a room number here. Any descriptions you want to add. Also, if you have handouts or anything like that for the attendees, this is where you can attach those documents. Default visibility, basically that's going to default to private, and then show yourself as busy. More options, there probably won't be any that you need, but we're going to look at them anyway. Allow attendees to modify the event, no. Invite others, no. You want to take that one out. See the list of attendees, I would also say no. And then if you choose to export this to the external calendar, to your Google Calendar, if you click that, it will allow you to, it will give you a .mst file or a calendar file that you can export, that you can send out via email. So I tend to export it to Google Calendar just to remind myself. Once you've gotten everything set up like you want it, then click on Save. And yes, you would like to send an email to the attendees. That will make sure that they get an invite with the contact information attached. So click Send. And at that point, you've scheduled a meeting. In order to join the Zoom meeting, you're going to want to use this link. Basically, I would post this link into your Canvas class. Probably the easiest way to do that is to select this down here. Just select all this text and copy, and then paste that into your Canvas page when you're setting up a Canvas page for this meeting. So then you would go to Canvas, you would paste this in, and that will allow your students not only to have an email with contact information with the link for the class, but it'll also give them another place to find it. It would also be a good idea to create an announcement and paste that information into an announcement, and maybe schedule that announcement to show up the day before the class or the day of the class. I usually set mine to show up the day before, and that way my students, there's no reason to miss any of my meetings, because the way they're set up, they have 3 or 4 different ways to attach. Sometimes a student will not have a device that they can join the meeting with, so we have mobile phone numbers here that they can call, and if nothing else, they can at least listen to the meeting. They may not be able to view it, but they will be able to listen to it. Okay, so that should be all the information that you need to establish a Zoom meeting and to schedule it for your students. Once the Zoom meeting is started, you'll be able to go in, make your presentation. Zoom allows you to use the background as a whiteboard. You can share your screen, use PowerPoint slides and share the screen. There are some other whiteboard apps. We'll talk about those in another video, but there are lots of ways to build into a Zoom meeting to make your presentation to your students. If you have any questions, please contact me, whiter@grayson.edu. My name is Regan White. I'm the instructional designer here at Grayson, and I would be happy to talk to you about Zoom or any other conferencing, or basically any questions that you may have about Canvas or Zoom, or basically anything to do with online classes. Have a good semester, and I'll see you around the campus.